Welcome back to Midday. We're visiting now with Tony Lowe, who's visiting us from Josto Computers. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you.
You always have good information for us.
Yeah.
We were just saying, you know, the internet's been around for a while, computers have been around for a while now, but some of us are still a little unclear about something like ransomware.
Yes.
So that's what we're chatting about today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we get a lot of people coming into the store asking us questions. It's in the news a lot. You know, there's lots of news stories about businesses being hit and shut down and all that kind of thing. So
or even countries at this point,
yeah,
right?
it can be huge, but it can also just affect the average home user as well. So ransomware basically encrypts all of your files on your computer. Pictures, documents, music, if it's a business, you know, your company files and that. It's supposedly unbreakable encryption that's just impossible to recover unless you pay the criminals who have done this. You pay the ransom.
Right,
and
it's exactly what it sounds like. They hold it captive, you have to pay a ransom, and then supposedly it's returned to you.
Yeah, now a lot of the time we hear that, you know, people pay the ransom and they don't get their files back.
Of course.
So, you can get it a lot of different ways. With businesses, it mostly seems like it's coming through emails. People clicking on attachments, they'll try and mimic popular phrases in the business world so people think these are the files that I'm expecting.
Right.
They click on it and then before you know it.
Insert a personal name or the name of the company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and it is getting trickier and trickier to know.
It is, yeah. They do a really good job. They're always sort of trying to stay one step ahead of everybody. So, yeah, you can also get it from just surfing the web, the home user who's just browsing, going to different websites. A lot of the times it comes through sort of what's called malvertising. It's malware behind advertising. It's tricky to avoid because there's ads on all the sites these days. So. The best thing you can do to protect yourself is always do current backups. A good backup practice can pretty much defeat any kind of malware that's out there or any kind of ransomware that's out there because they'll say you need to pay to get your files back, but you already have them. So you're protected that way.
And backing up to what? That's the other question. People hear that, oh, I need to back it up, and that can be intimidating. What are they backing up to?
External hard drives are the best way to go because then you have your information. You just plug in your external hard drive, do the backup, unplug it, and put it on a shelf. And it's in your home, it's accessible.
And the same thing with all the fires that are happening right now, having that external hard drive also means you can take that with your pictures and go.
Exactly, yeah. Flash drives for just small amounts of information are a good way to go as well. So.
Or something that you need temporarily.
Yep. Yeah, and then I guess the last thing to mention about it is if you do get infected, we generally don't recommend paying the ransom because like I said earlier, you could often pay and then not get your files back. The other thing that's been happening is the antivirus companies, security companies have been coming out with decryptors. So 4 or 5 months later, they reverse engineer everything and they figure out a way to make a little program that can get all your files back. So.
Yeah, because technically you are still in possession of those, you just don't know how to unscramble it. So sometimes it requires patience.
Yeah, absolutely. Your computer is pretty much still usable. It's just all your files are now locked. So, and it's pretty easy to get rid of the bug that did all the encrypting, but your files are just not accessible. So.
Okay, so good prevention is backing up. Is there anything else that people can do to prevent or avoid that ransomware? Like you said, not clicking on things unless you're 100% certain.
Yeah, you could always try and confirm if you're expecting some sort of document. You could always phone somebody and say, did you just send this to me? Is this what it's supposed to be?
But again, don't email back and say,
are
you who you say you are?
Yeah, you don't want to fall into that. Sometimes using an ad blocker can help things, but overall, I think they say the best prevention or the best thing you can do is keep your software up to date. Always do your software updates, always run the most current browser, and that's kind of one of the best defenses.
And who amongst us hasn't put that off before and said like, oh, next time, you click that X and oh, next time. But yeah, with these emerging and evolving so quickly, do the thing, click the button, get it done.
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks for visiting us. Thanks for great information. You can always visit Josto Computers or you can email info@jostocomputers.com. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with more Midday in just a moment.